Howdy and aloha, everyone. This is James with Mana Talk. It is September 5th, 2023, and I guess Barack Obama needs to come out of the closet he's been in for a few decades now. It's just this guy Sinclair gave him a fellatio twice, and they smoked crack together, or he did lines, and Obama was smoking his pipe. I'm all for what you want to do, and you in your private room, or if you want to hold hands or do whatever outside and kiss some guy in public or whatever, just keep just don't do pole dancing in front of our children. It's that simple. It's very simple. Let them decide when they get old enough to make that decision for themselves on what direction they want to go. And I'm not big on the mutilization of them or the grooming of them, which seems to be really commonplace lately. But sooner or later, probably sooner, I'm sensing a campaign coming out real soon in regards to Barack, Barry Santos, or whatever his name is. It's just so many fucking directions this goes. I'm from Kenya, or I guess Hawaii, or, I do know he went to Punahou, though, because I believe I played basketball with him at the University of Hawaii, where I was I was redshirt linebacker at the time, and we used to play basketball in the gym at University of Hawaii, Manoa, and I know I saw that guy there. I know, and they call him Barack or whatever. He's a good baller, a good baller. It's just, but the problem here is just the lying. Just say what you are and who you are, but I guess it didn't fit. So it's going to come, you're going to probably see, it's all going to come out soon, where he's going to have no choice but to say, yeah, I'm gay, and Mike is Mike, and we're, and then they're going to look for sympathy. They're going to paint it with music and the right tone and the right angles and marketing, and they're going to try to sell you like it's okay that he lied about him walking down on Inauguration Day with two kids, whoever those are, to his inauguration. And people are going to be okay with it. I think many will probably, well, it's a good thing he came out of the closet and he finally let people know, and and this is just. But the point that I'm making, right? The point that I'm making is you lied. You fooled everybody to believe that you're heterosexual to get the position or gain the position or whatever the case may be. It just doesn't. It's just, dude. It's just really. It's very suspect, right? It's very. It's definitely character damaging, right? It's definitely character damaging when you got a guy who was, I guess back in 2013 or somewhere in there when he was a congressman, he was giving people the belief that he was straight. 2012 or something. No, wait. This was before. Was it 2006 or 2007? Anyway, before, when he was a congressman, or when he was a House of, I'm not sure what I fucking forgot. Like, that matters. But it does. it does matter that he had painted this giant mosaic picture of him being, the strong father and, the heterosexual American dude, which was a lie. I mean, you'd have to be offended. Let's put ourselves in, let's say, gays against criminals, or just gay people, which I'm concerned about. Not them. I'm concerned about them seeing this as, for what it really is you're not proud of what you are, or what your fantasies are, or what you. I think that's important to realize. When you got this guy, right? When you got this guy, just out of nowhere, he's fantasizing about men and all this other stuff. And then we find out that this other guy, right, totally lays it out on the table. Let me get his picture. This guy right here. If I can get him. Right? That he gave him fellatio twice. It's really interesting. Then, this is on Tucker. Oh, stupid fucking commercial. There he is. He's older here, of course, but and thinner looks. But let's just hear his thing. I just want to hear what he says.
But he's smoking. So I just started rubbing my hand along his thigh to see where it was going, and it went the direction I had intended it to go.
Even though you had sex with him twice, you did cocaine with him, watched him smoke crack twice, you had no idea who he was.
I had no idea who he was.
Let me just ask the obvious question. What was Obama like on crack? Is it your sense that that's who Obama is, just transactional, or that he's bisexual, or what is this?
It definitely wasn't Barack's first time, and I would almost be willing to bet you it wasn't Islam.
The guy's running for president, and credible information comes.
Yeah. His story has never changed. Never been altered. So what's his response? His team of public relations, marketing gurus, probably with the Edelman Group and a few others, giant PR and marketing firms. These people have nothing but the best. How do they want to attack this? Now, he's going to look for the sympathy card, but he's going to have to come out. Because this is getting a little too crazy. He's going to flip it over and say they're going to use this against us. Mark my words. He's going to say, yeah, they're going to, hey, Cheryl. Yeah, I'll send you a link in a sec. I know you want to get out of this, so I'm going to send it to you now. if you want. Yeah, of course, it's open forum. He's going to flip it and make it appear like he's the victim. Like most of these democrats are doing. They're always the victim, they're always being attacked. When it's actually the opposite. When in all reality, if you took the information and set it down side by side and looked at it and read it and retained the information of where that would fit in the puzzle they've created, you'd see that they're basically always the pot calling the kettle black. And they'll try to reverse this, and they'll try to fool, and some people will fall for it. Oh, I'm so good that he's coming out now. No. But that's not the point. That's not the point. Right? It's just like fucking Clinton. Right? I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. And then he admits it. Like, he fully lies to you. And at that time, I was just like, I don't care what the fucking guy does, in his bedroom and stuff like that. But the thing that got me the most about Clinton, and kind of gave you the character of Hillary at the same time, and what her play was on it. As I already, and I had mentioned in my Blog Talk Radio show back in 2014 all the way up, but I still flip into that every once in a while. And I've said it on Monotalk since 2017 to now. It's the way she handled it too. Wouldn't you be fucking pissed? This guy's getting blowjobs underneath the fucking, the Oval Office desk from this intern or whatever they're doing. Right? And you're not pissed off? I mean, he clearly made her look like dirt. But then they pushed her up, and it's just marketing. Gave her a platform. The whole 9 yards. Everybody fucking bought it. But the problem is he fucking lied. Like, straight in your face lied. Fucking crazy. His situation, let's not forget he's been to Epstein Island 27 times, documented 27 times. If you need a crash course on what Epstein Island is and what Jeffrey Epstein is and Ghislaine Maxwell, what they are, she's a grooming modern day, I forgot the name. She's the organizer. She's actually the one that did most of the work, the legwork. He was just went there and there and just was kind of like a representative. But they stole, and they stole girls. They took women, not women, but teenagers through these, modeling agencies, and they got them to get to this island some way, shape, or form. And then these politicians and these CEOs and all these people would come in and have at it. Pedophilia, child molestation. It was the child molesting island that for some reason nobody wants to get the list for, the client list, the black book. It's just everybody forgets about that for some fucking weird, ridiculously heinous reason. Yeah, it's, and this guy Clinton goes out there 27 times. There's been pictures, there's documentation, there's flight schedules. Bill Gates has been out there. Lots of fucking celebrities have been out there. Tons of celebrities, several times. To have anything to do with Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell is a very big red flag. I mean, what is going on with the mentality now that all of a sudden, and California is really alarming, because they released like a couple years ago over 7,000 known pedophiles from prison to roam the streets. They just let them go. Is anybody just a little alarmed with that? Is anybody? Bueller? Can we get just a little bit of... this is just nuts. This is just nuts. It's, and then we have Barack Obama just finally coming out and saying, he likes his salad tossed. I don't care if you do or you don't. Everybody plays around and fucks around and does all kinds of shit like that, but the whole portrait that he painted for everybody, the marketing, the everything, the kids, all this other stuff, is quite a production. It's just a crazy production. It's an immense production. That's what it is. It's wild. I'm really dumbfounded beyond belief that, well, I'm more baffled and bewildered, right? I am more baffled and bewildered that people aren't connecting these conspiracy theories that are turning out to be spoiler alerts, aka facts and truth, that have come to fruition. That's the thing that I'm baffled about, is the people that all of a sudden don't seem to want to connect those dots. They all of a sudden they just, that didn't happen. No. Even though you have more than enough evidence to prove that for sure you're correct. And the problem that I'm seeing, there's a guy. The problem that I'm seeing from people is simply this. It's not really cognitive dissonance, because cognitive dissonance means you're just like, I see no evil, hear no evil, see no evil, smell no evil, taste no evil. All your senses are shut off to it, which is kind of happening out there as well. But people love this illusion. Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed. This is very, very common. This happens in domestic violence, all kinds of crap. All kinds of stuff. Happens everywhere. Right? And it's, hey Jordan, how you doing? Yeah, it's a big club. Well, it's a big Pedo Predator Class club. That's what it is. That's what I've always said it is. I didn't know how deep these people were, that's probably the wrong word to use, how criminal these people are, and how heinous and felonious these people actually are, until you start to really, like I've said, I go down the abyss. Most people won't even touch the surface. They don't want to dip their toe to see even how cold the water is, because they don't want to go down there. They don't want to see it. It's a very tough pill to swallow. It's a very, hard thing to digest. To wrap your head around what you've been fooled and what you've been played on and what you've been tricked upon. It's just amazing. It's amazing to be able. I'm not saying I'm amazing. I'm just saying, I think it's just the investigator in me. My mom's a licensed PI, still is. So I have ways of finding out information, and there's a process too when you're doing an investigative report on somebody and you're looking for somebody. I mean, anybody here that I've talked to, I could find anybody. This guy, Hazim, it's easy to do. I'm not going to tell you the process. There's just certain things you can do. There's certain databases that are out there. Some you pay for monthly, some you don't. And there's ways to dip into all kinds of things to find out where people are, who they are, what they're about, etc. That's easy. That private investigators do that all the time. They can dig up all kinds of fucking dirt on people, or expose no dirt, which we did all the time. We'd have cases where a wife wants to know what's going on with her husband, that he's cheating, or vice versa, or where the money's going, bank accounts, where this is going, where they've been traveling, just all kinds of things. And you can, it's not just about, sitting for 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 10 hours in surveillance, sometimes that I've done, but it's also being able to decipher that information and present what's actually happening. Because you can't fudge anything. You just lay out what's been observed, or you lay out what's been recorded, or the documentation you just present. But you don't add like adjectives like very, or seen, or claims or conclusions. You just don't do that. You just kind of leave it in their hands to decipher that information. And that's, me, when I'm doing this, I might have a little spin on it, of course, because kind of things kind of point in a certain direction sometimes. I mean, if you have dots, and this is my mom and my Roy Screevers was a great private investigator in Los Angeles, and that's where my mom used to work with. My Uncle Roy used to come in his big fucking Mach 4 car, and he'd have all these freaking guns we go shooting in northern San Diego with. It was fucking awesome. This had his back trunk packed with, arsenal. Because he didn't know who was going to involve with. And he worked with the LAPD, worked with the Orange County Police Departments and all kinds of people. But he used to say when you connect the dots and the dots start to point in a certain direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Yeah. Then it's leaning towards that direction. That's probably what's going on. But you leave that up to the client to make that decision. And if they want to take that to court or a divorce court or to prove that somebody's embezzling their money or something like that. We had a lot of workman's comp cases where people would claim like 100% or 90%, and they'd be at 24-hour fitness or some gym membership or surfing every day, and they're claiming like 90%. And then some people were seriously hurt. And they were just like, this person's, but we just give them the information, insurance claims adjusters, just let them know what's going on, and then they make the decision. That's all we did. And there's so many different things you can do. But, and I get this from, I guess it's family, But when you're seeing all these people that are, just seeing this illusion, and they've been tricked by it, right? Oh, Monotalk, what's up, brother Mana? We are at the precipice, my friend. Thank you for reminding me of that fantastic work. Dr. Shiva isn't a natural-born citizen. Yeah, that will be a problem for most Republicans. Yeah, that's going to be his biggest hurdle, and people aren't going to like that. I don't care how he spins it or what he tells everybody. A lot of people in the United States believe that the person that should be running for president should be from the United States. Now, if we find out that Barack Obama wasn't really, then that could open a whole nother page, which I'm trying. Those dots are, like I'm just talking about, those dots are starting to lead that way as well. And it's starting to lead that way as well in regards to this guy, Sinclair, who gave him a fucking Hummer twice while he was smoking crack. It's just fucking crazy. It's just fucking crazy. Did you get that, Cheryl? I think I gave it to you. Didn't I get it to you? Or did I just copy it? Hold the bus. Yeah, I just sent it to you. Yeah. 8 minutes ago. Yeah, I'm very interested in where this goes. I think he should come out. Absolutely. Why not? Hiding it like that is kind of offensive. I mean, if you're gay, you got to think that. You're like, wait a second. So you wouldn't identify yourself as being gay just so you can be the president? And you weren't proud of that? I mean, people that are gay, I love the fact that they're fucking proud of it. That's fine. Right? If that's your taste, if that's the fruit you like to if that's your cup of tea, be proud of what you are and what you, that's fine. But this guy hid that just to gain favor. Right? That is so bad. That is bad. Bad. I love plums. Yeah, so this guy right here is just spilling some serious beans here in regards to why is that perfect timing for that commercial? I gotta go on fucking Brave. I'll start setting that up, sorry. But Benny does a good job of this. Tucker Carlson comes Barack Obama enjoys smoking crack and having gay sex, but that nobody reported it. ahead of 2008 election. It's true. That's it. This guy was as gay as a disco ball, right? It's fine. I'm just saying, just the hiding, the sneaking, just not cool, man. I just don't think that's cool. That's just me. I think a lot of people think that way. Well, your dad's cool. He wants to go get more. Well, what he should do is we need more people watching out for that guy, because I've always, like I was telling Cheryl last night, and every time Cheryl and Eric are on, I always say that in regards to Donald Trump, these people are so desperate to keep this unrelated genetic person that isn't in this Rockefeller or whatever bloodline or Hitler bloodline. I don't know what it is. they're so hell bent on keeping him out that I think they'll destroy a city. They will take out a literal city to get rid of this guy. Don't put it past the Democrats. They're that evil. They're that bad. They're 9/11, right? Was, well, actually Republicans. Well, who had the House? I think it was just the majority was Democrats in the House. I don't remember. And I think the Senate in the Bush was, yeah. But I don't really remember that. But here's the thing. I just don't trust what these people are capable of. Honestly, I don't trust them at all. They're wicked, insidious, narcissists, sociopathic, sick motherfuckers. What clearly shows narcissism and sociopathic tendencies and all kinds of different mental ailments is when you're hiding what you've been hiding for decades, for a couple decades. It's just crazy, and it's all coming out. It's pretty fucking sad. It's just really sad. He's going to have to come out. And like I said, they're going to paint him as being the victim, and here's the victim. But just remember my words. They're going to paint him as being the victim, and they're going to either blame it on the Russians or China or somebody. I don't fucking know. They're going to blame it on Trump and the Trumpers and all this other shit. Whatever. It's like the best phrase, and maybe this is what you're talking about, Cheryl, is the Democrats for the past few years, and they've turned into Democrats. They've grown these horns and scales. They're not literally, but they've turned into some nasty fucking people, man. Just some nasty fucking people. And their greatest weapon that they have, this is their only card they have left, and they've been using it continuously, is the pot calling the kettle black. Every single thing they've done tenfold, they'll say that you did it. Every single thing they've done tenfold or more, they'll say you did it. They'll point at you. No, it's that guy. He did all that. When in all actuality, when the truth and the facts and the documentation and the videos and the whistleblowers and these people start coming out and saying, no, it's actually been you, and you've been doing a shit ton of it. That's it. They are the epsilon of the pot calling the kettle black right now. And it's really sad. Really sad. All right, so what we're going to do now, I didn't forget what I was going to say. What I do is I have to have silence in my cast so that I'll know when to stop the video and just put out a next video. Anyway, so just give me 5 seconds. So this is a really interesting. Is I've been following anomalies, take opinions, blogs, posts, his channels, uploads in regards to his perspective and claims and theories, etc., on Vivek Ramaswamy. Vivek. And, I mean, is Vivek gay? I don't know. It's just, he's the Republic of Obama. Maybe he is gay and he's not telling anybody. It's fucking, you just don't know anymore. Does anybody really know what these fucking people, not that it fucking matters, but you don't fucking lie like that, Barack, or Barry, or whatever the fuck your name is. But that interview wasn't a debate. And it really wasn't, because I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'm not going to play, just let you know that it was out there. Snakazwami. So Snakazwami. There you are. Let me send you the link, Eric. That's freaking hilarious. I gotta put it in the thing. Now remember, if you do decide to come on, I don't know who you are, I'm going to be able to ask you a few questions. And if you answer correctly, then I will definitely give you the pass to come into the land of Oz. Well, I don't want to say it's the land of Oz, but I am going to say it's a place where people come in and have conversations. Mana meaning power. Talk meaning talking. The power of talking is vital, in my opinion. Right? Vital. So if you do want to come in, there's a link here, but you will be vetted. Because I don't want people that are, vetted, not like Hillary Clinton vetted or Joe Biden vetted. I'm talking about vetted as in if you're just here to fuck around and do stupid shit. So that's what you're here for, you're not coming in. And that's all I have to say about that. Okay. So, back to Vivek and Anomaly. Vivek did his homework. He did. This kid, I'm telling you, I was impressed with Barack, because a lot of people were. Very well spoken, blah, 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 blah. Maybe he had a butt plug in his ass when he was talking most of the time. I can't help it. I mean, he's just got to fucking... he can't... you know what I'm saying. But Vivek did his homework. He was ready and prepared. And he took the hit on a lot of things, which I thought was really big of him. Right? He took the hit. He made mistakes. He admitted to them. He had changed his mind. The biggest thing that I got out of that was something that Vivek said that I thought was pretty astute and realistic. So, I mean, I'm not sure where this guy really is or where he's coming from. And I'd like to see a CFAR, or I think the Democrats had that. Eric, do you remember what that... Was it a CFAR? It was a list of things that the caucus would list that you would need to uphold or commit to. If not, you would be eliminated as a candidate or as a representative, or you would resign in writing or something like that. Committed to the issues that your caucus or your base is asking for, but if you start to veer off of that, then you'd have to leave office, which, good luck with that. So no matter what these guys say, and I need I need everybody to please always remember this, because this is the way it usually goes, is they promise the world and deliver a grain of salt. You know that. Let's let's not fool ourselves here, okay? Because that's basically what they do: is they promise the world and they deliver a grain of fucking salt, which is kind of like the way they do it. It's so I mean, the guy's saying all the right things, doing all the right things. I mean, I don't think I could run it. I don't think I could say. I mean, I'm not that I'm like the most gifted verbalist in the world, because I'm shitty. But let's just say if I'm running and I'm going to tell people who I am, what I'm about, et cetera, et cetera. He's doing beyond that. He's doing like 110% all the time. I don't think he's ever swung out with a question. I've watched many of his hometowns meetings. I've done a lot of research on this kid. I've watched a lot of articles. It seems like so far everything's panning out. And yes, he is looking like the perfect Republican Obama. There's no doubt about it. But let's just get to the brass tacks of this, because this kid right here, right? This kid Vivek is being raked over the coals by Anomaly and did a pretty good job. But like I said, what they say and what they finally do are always two different things. Let's fucking throw that obvious card on the table, which is, I think, the worst card you can get, which is a 3 or something. In Hold'em poker, or 7-3 hand is the worst hand you can start off with in Texas Hold'em. So, yeah, you don't know what you're going to get. I mean, he could be bluffing and showing us that he's got the nuts, or like he's got cowboys, or maybe he's got like a king queen, or he's got the royal, or some real good hand. But when it all comes down to it, it's just a big bluff. You don't fucking know. The problem is we don't hold these people accountable. It's like there's not a process in American politics, or many politics, where that after you vote for them, they're still not responsible to follow what they had committed and swore that they were going to do, but then they get in and they do the fucking opposite. Right? Obama fucking got in, was promising all this shit. Minimum wage hasn't been touched since 2009. Didn't codify Roe versus Wade. Right? When they had the ability to do fucking everything. They had the supermajority of the House and the Senate and Obama in 2008. When he first came aboard, 2009. Right? They had everything. Everything for 76 days. And what'd they give you? The fucking ACA, Affordable Care Act, which was the opposite after the monopoly started getting control of the pharmaceutical industry, the big hospital industry, big pharma industry, big medical industry, big psychological industry. Just they just cornered the market, and just these Blue Cross, Aetna, just certain. They only had just it was like 5 or 6 of the biggest healthcare companies that were just They're just middlemen. They're not even fucking needed. Monopolized everything, and the prices sucked, and nobody could have fucking afford it. You still can't afford it. Go check what your copay is going to be, what your monthly payments are. It's still fucking crazy. It's still terrible. Anyway, that's all they got. Didn't get Medicare for all. Didn't get rid of Citizens United. Yeah. Nobody ever talks about that. McCutcheon versus the FEC. Nobody ever talks about it. Communications Act. Nobody ever talks about that. all kinds of shit that still needs to be fixed, which this guy should talk about. That's one question that a lot of Republicans, the base or the 99.9%, they don't seem to understand how lobbyists really control Congress. If you've ever been to Congress, which I never have, but I've been to New York a long time ago when I was a little kid, and I've heard the reports and I've seen the interviews and seen a lot of information. It's clearly indicating that lobbyists, especially big pharma and the military-industrial complex, have offices and suites and jacuzzis and miniature bowling alleys, basically in the Capitol, in Congress. They fucking own that place, right? The little guy, now it's green tech's in there and shit. The climate change ass wipes are in there now. Big oil's always been there. Big coal's always been in there. But the thing is that's the way it shouldn't be like that. Let me just go back like 150 years. 150 years ago, you used to be able to walk in to Congress during their working hours or when they had session to listen to the citizens. You didn't have to lobby. You didn't have to be a part of a lobbying body to get access. There was a name for it. It's not off the top of my head right now. But you could definitely and absolutely just walk in and say, hey, you know what? George across the street keeps throwing his trash in my yard. Could you guys fix that? And somebody's going to go, you know what? We'll take care of that. Let's get you down to the civil courts and we'll get somebody working on that right now. You know what I'm saying? Now, to do that for 331 million people, most of us being 18, more than half, that's kind of hard to do. I get it. So you have to have a lobbying thing. But it used to be pretty simple. Our voices used to be heard. The Rice study that came out, I sent you guys to in regards to represent.us, where it clearly stated that this is back in 2015, 2016, they did a study, somewhere around there, 14, 15, 16, somewhere around. They did a study that everything passed by Congress benefited 75% of what the lobbyists, the corporations wanted, not the people, not the 99.9%. None of their stuff. And it's changed dramatically. Now it's like we don't even have like 5% of what they give a fuck about. The people left behind. If Vivek here really gives a shit, he'll put the people first. And we're not talking about the lobbyists. We're not talking about, we're talking about the average American citizens out there that are busting their ass, trying to pay for gas, trying to pay for food, trying to, hopefully go into a movie every once in a while, but which nobody really does. It's hard to fucking do this shit. Some people can afford some things, which I get it. There are ways of making money out there. But some just don't want. I mean, some people just want to work in the factory, stuff the package, put together the product, screw this and that, and just go home. They don't really want to, they don't want no coding or technical job or get into, phone sales or do all this other shit. They just want to make a decent wage, take care of their families, and go home. That used to happen. We used to have factories in Detroit. We used to have factories all throughout the United States. I remember when I was a kid, we had some really good factories out there for all kinds of things, for products and stuff like that. But it's just not that way. And it's not that way because they don't care. You need a legislator, judiciary, an executive, or a department head that gives a shit. And how do you know if they give a shit? Just look at their track record and then also just ask them. But the problem I have, like I'm saying with Vivek and all these other people that promise the world, is there's no way to hold them accountable afterwards. You just have to fucking throw your dice and move your mice and just hopefully, you're not going to end up with craps. Literally. So it's a risk. And I don't think the risk is that's, I think, one of the biggest problems. Now, what was interesting about Kevin McCarthy being finally voted in as the Speaker of the House is he was supposed to do certain things, which he's missing a few. Right? Which he's missing a few. So I don't see them holding him accountable. Now, he could lose the gavel if he doesn't follow what the majority wants, and they can vote him out. They can have an emergency session and kick him out. That can happen. But if you've got money, power, and resources, you can keep that position, right? You can keep that position. And in these days, and in this day and age, if you're tied to the World Economic Forum, aka the Pedo Predator Class, ETL, BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, Fidelity, Chatham House, Council for Foreign Affairs, all this other shit, you can wield that power and tempt people, corrupt people. Look, bro, I got you covered. Let me take care of this. We'll give you another 4 years or 2 years here. You have a Cayman Island account, right? No, I don't. I don't have. Let's make one for you, right? You have a Swiss bank account, don't you? No. Let's get one for you. And a lot of these people just become these legislators just knowing that there's tons of money in it and corruption. Greatest example is Nancy Pelosi and AOC. When AOC started, she was making like $30,000 a year back in 2013, 2014 as a bartender. Kind of. She was like she wasn't like a real, anyway. And then now she's worth like $30 million. How did that happen? How the fuck? I've seen some multi-level marketing scams, network marketing, they call it, pyramid schemes. And I've seen people make a lot of fucking money at that. Pretty fast. If you get in early enough. If you're late, like everybody else usually is, you could research, but the problem with multi-level marketing is only a certain people. Oh, yeah. Chris, welcome. It's here right now from what we've been seeing since early 2020, maybe a little before, is astronomically criminal, the things that have been happening. Not just to, let's say conservative parents and their children, that's criminal, but also to the Democratic constituents in the base. They're suffering just as much as we are. I don't think they're making more than the conservatives are, people out there. I mean, they're paying the same gas prices, food, the same energy bills, right? I mean, right now, a T-bone steak, right? Let's say half-inch, three-quarter-inch T-bone steak is like $45, $50. And like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, it was $2.99 a pound. Maybe. Yeah, there's a lot of things that people are suffering from, and it's hitting everybody. that's completely nonpartisan in regards to the base and the 99%. And I can tell you right now, you can talk to a few Democrats out there and a few liberals, and they're going to say, yeah, we're fucking hurting too. We're hurting just like you. You know, $100 of food used to pretty much fill up my shopping cart. Now it maybe gets about a quarter of that. Right? Yeah, that's everybody's kind of hurting in the same place. And I do not think that the people that go to Biden's rallies, whatever the fuck they are, or whatever he's doing, those are all crisis actors. Here's a good example. What was this? Oh God, I think I got this. Hang on. Where is it? Oh my God, tell me you saved this, Jimmy. Tell me you saved this, because this is fucking hilarious. Where is it? Nope, that's not it. Favorites. I think I saved it as one of my favorites. What was this? Oh, did I save it? Come on. You fucking saved that, bro. Tell me you saved that. Where did you put it? Hang on. Give me a second. You'll just be... You're going to see me wandering around here for a second. Okay, Jordan. Right. Where is it? I just freaking had this. That was on Twitter. Hold on, I think it was on Twitter. Here. That shit don't fly in the city. In the hometown. Trying to make it down the road. Where is it? This one right here. So, let's see if I can find it. So, okay, let me start here. Sorry. Hang on. Little mental before. Let's just jump on my Twitter. This is my second Twitter account. And by the way, right now I'm on my 7th YouTube channel. I have an 8th just in case. Because the community guidelines are really watching out for our interests. Just letting you guys know. All right. But this was really odd because this right here, this guy, Pedo Joe, the Medal of Honor is our nation's oldest and highest recognition for valor. Today it goes to Captain Larry L. Taylor, an American who did everything in his power to answer the call of duty, who risked his own life to save the lives of others in need. That's valor. Okay, now watch. Wait for it. Here. God, where the fuck is that? This is freaking hilarious. Oh, where is it? Here comes. Oh, this mother shit fucking fell in here. Hang on. That was it. No. There it is again. They're boosting them up. Oh, I think they're taking it down. You're kidding me. You're kidding. Okay, now what? Oh, watch. Here it comes. Watch, here it comes. This is good. Watch what he does. He's supposed to. Okay, you guys didn't see that? Okay, He's supposed to wait until after they play. He's supposed to stand with him. But he fucking just walks off the stage. It's just, you gotta see this one. Oh, God, where is that? I just had it. Somebody's in the waiting room. Here, what up? Okay, hang on. I gotta show you this, dude. This fucking hilarious. Somebody did this. It was freaking... Hey, man, it was freaking hilarious. I'm gonna try to find this video. Oh, my God, it's just freaking hilarious. Oh, my God, it's just fucking hilarious. I'll get it. I think I got it here. No. Yeah, here it is right here. This is good. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one right here. Yeah, here it is. Oh, this is another one. So he walked off the stage on that one. But this one's good because... Wait, that's right. Okay. Because nobody was there to shake a hand. So the Secret Service man shook his hand. It's so fucking stupid. That's a Secret Service guy. Right here. That's the Secret Service guy. He's reaching out for somebody to shake his hand. There's nobody wants to shake his hand. And the fucking Secret Service guy comes and shakes his hand. This is fucking stupid. It's so pathetic. My God,
it just shows that they're that desperate for that fucking relevancy and that
terrible.
And that sense of like a psychological validation from that. It's like it's really insane.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. Every time that guy says anything is out there, it's just freaking embarrassing. He's like a shit stain on our American underwear. That's what he is.
That's why I call the Pedo Peter and his drag queen regime. It's one hell of a fucking minstrel show. One hell of a minstrel show. That's actually how I see this administration. It's a minstrel show.
Oh yeah, even that word. Oh, by the way, minstrel. Speaking of minstrel, this is funny because let me just go to my profile. I think I reposted this.
Oh, Cheryl says send me a link.
I already sent it to her.
Oh.
On her, remember, you have to. Okay, Cheryl. I'm on my second Twitter, so if you're not in there, I can't send you something because they erased that account. It's suspended, or I don't know what they fucking do with it. The first one I had. So now I have another one if you want to, but I did send, like I sent yesterday, the link for today, and I showed you. I did it like 20 minutes ago to your Facebook Messenger. Yeah, it's a Sherliner technology thing. You know, it happens. Us damn boomers. What's weird is I'm 4 months a boomer, which means if I'd been born in December, like 29th, I would have been a Gen X. Isn't that fucked up? It's like, damn it. Yeah, I'm 4 months a boomer. But, I mean, let's just say you're 5 years a boomer and 4 years a Gen X, right? Because you're a millennial, correct, Eric? No? What are you? What are you?
Born in 1980.
So you're a millennial, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, you're one of the smarter millennials that are out there. There's not too
I
many
do
left.
my best. I do my best.
Yeah, there's.
I was once very fucking naive, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
we all were. Yeah, it's hard. I keep telling everybody it's so tough to battle this marketing, and they got billions of dollars to try to put us in whatever way direction. Who fucking knows? What do you mean it disappeared? Hang on. How could it disappear? All right, give me a second. Copy link invitation. I'm gonna go to my Facebook. Yeah, it's just tough. It's hard to keep up, but there's what I've always done in the past. Ever since I started this channel, Monotalk in 2017, is I'm going in so many different directions to get information. I mean, I'm watching. I subscribe to CNN. I subscribe to Fox. I subscribe to MSNBC. I subscribe, on YouTube. I subscribe to Al Jazeera and RT, and I subscribe to Rising, and I subscribe to Kyle Kalinsky, and I subscribe to TYT. I subscribe to not just those people, but on the other side of the spectrum, Breitbart. What's the B one? Just all kind, the right or more conservative perspectives, and the liberals, and if you see inside of my subscriptions, I have 709 subscriptions, right? And yeah, I had 2,000. Over 2,000 subscriptions in my old channel. I had like 2,500 subscriptions. The person you really want to pay attention to be honest with you, that I can really tell gives a shit or is doing the research. I'm not saying it's a final thing to make your decisions on who you're paying attention to. But when I go to people that follow more people than the people they have, I like that, because that means they have 2 ears and one mouth. Does that make you ever heard that term before? Like, the reason why you have 2 ears and one mouth is so you listen more than you damn speak. What my grandfather and stuff used to tell me. Wait, Cheryl's in. I gotta get her here. Wish there was a way she could fix her number when she comes in here. But I do it every time she jumps in. So.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl.
Cheryl, I'm telling you, I know you want to jump on it. Let's do this. Barack Obama is a full-fledged salad mixer. Salad pusher.
I told you that.
Yeah, no, I was never questioning
and
that.
Michelle was a tranny. That's why Joan Rivers was killed. She called them out.
Yeah.
And
Actually,
that guy from his church, that he was the choir director at Reverend Rice's church when Barack Obama went, and he found him shot dead in his apartment. And his mother said, the Obama that's running for president got something to do with my son's death.
Yeah.
I saw a video of her because she was outside with a picture of her son, and it was like a visual. His life was. Did you watch Benny Johnson today?
Yeah, I had it up earlier.
Did you see what his biographer said? He said his whole thing was a big lie, even his name he made up.
No, yeah, there's that one section of that he put in that it was all illusion, or that last paragraph that Benny put up, which I thought was really interesting because, and let me get to it because it's really telling it. Let me read it real quick. So, and this is the Obama factor, right? This is his big book, right? So the conclusion I've come to in time is that the best way to understand Barack Obama is that he is a literary creation of Barack Obama, the writer who authored the novel of his own life and then proceeded to live out this fictional character that he created for himself on the page, which is remarkable. This is Barack writing, which is remarkable. Right. So how do you write a biography of a fictional character authored by someone who's deliberately created and obscured and erased their actual life and replaced that self with a fiction. I mean, doesn't that just say you've been lying about yourself the whole fucking time? That's what that says.
Yeah, lying about himself the whole time.
That's it. That's exactly what that says.
That White House was a total lie.
Yeah. Total lie. Total lie.
You know they're not in there. They got barbed wire around there. They said they locked it up after Trump he didn't lose the election.
Who?
They're using Tyler Perry. Biden. They're not in that White House. They're using Tyler Perry's studio.
Yeah, it's just look. I'm going to tell you right now. You can't say no. You can't say that's baloney, because what I was saying earlier is these dots get bigger and they connect to each other in a definite line that points to. Yes, it actually is real. Yes, it is fucking factual. Yes, it is the truth. They're not just conspiracy theories anymore. They're fucking spoiler alerts. They're spoiler alerts.
Spoiler alert, there's something big about big. There's something big in between Mike's legs, and it's something big.
Yeah.
And Tucker better watch himself.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was telling everybody earlier, is that I'm going to tell you that Trump, man, that guy better fucking protect himself, because, and I think Benny was talking about this on this last show, as he said, Tucker thinks that they're going to try to get rid of this guy no matter how they will. And I think they'll take down an entire city or county to get rid of him. I really believe that's how sinister these Democrats have become. It's just bad.
Well, look at 9/11. Look at what happened in Maui.
Exactly. Maui.
Fucking terrorists.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they're domestic
They're the
terrorists.
domestic terrorists.
Domestic terrorists all day long. Hey, let me go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back, guys. I go to the bathroom. Okay.
Understood. Take your time.
Continue.
Yeah, because I saw a clip, right, on when Biden was so-called getting a shot. He ain't getting no shot. And then and the room looked kind of fake. And then to your left, it was an opening with people standing. I said, that's a movie set. That's not in the White House.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm like, they are not allowed in there. He's an illegitimate president. I knew that White House was a whole lie. A whole lie.
A lie within
and
a lie.
Some people still don't want to believe he's gay, Michelle or tranny. That's not a lie. That's the truth. He called up Michael several times. Several times. And he's speaking in front of a room full of people saying it. Yeah, I'm like Trump. Trump kept saying, where does this guy come from? And like this dude, Larry Sinclair, he said, somebody just brought him to me. He said, I didn't know who he was. So he wasn't well known in Chicago. I know in the bathhouses he was. But other than that, he wasn't well known. And you in here, he said he's community organizer. Well, where the people you work with in these organizations coming out saying how you did and whatever, how I was working with you? I don't think he did any of that crap.
I think it's all Hollywood fabrication.
Yeah. And Netflix kicked them out of their contract because they said they lazy. They don't want to do no work. I'm not shocked. I said that he was a lie. I'm going to throw away his damn books I bought. I said that he don't look nothing like that damn Kenyan man at all. All them white folks. His grandmom and his mother. Crack it up. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I be telling people, I can't make this stuff up. Where you be getting your information from? Independent media, not the news. The news not going to tell you nothing. And what the news is, they ain't going to tell you. Obama put it in that NDAA that the news and newsprint and the regular news can give you propaganda.
Yeah, they all get paid to praise a cornholer and his tranny hubby, and that's a fact.
And he removed that habeas corpus too, and that was set up for that January 6th. So locked up them people. They don't get no lawyers. They can't make a phone call, and they can't get visitors.
It's a damn
I can't
shame.
believe the leader, the Spanish guy that was the leader of Proud Boys, he got 22 years in prison, and he wasn't even there.
That's so retarded.
He wasn't even there, and got 22 years in prison.
Wasn't even there.
No, he wasn't there at all.
Fucking A.
They are really ruining people's lives. They really are.
What the terrorists? And they want to go and lecture, and talk down to people when they say, "Oh, you disagree with us. You're a domestic terrorist," and yet you allow government alphabet agencies to actually go and cause domestic terrorists, and you want to go and call the citizens that you're giving bigotry of low expectations of as terrorists because they disagree with you, or they find something really something fucked up and they disagree with you, and they're like, oh, you have to go and be like, it's like they want to go and play identity crisis actors. I mean, just like that one fucking dumb fucking skinhead fucking, product of fucking incest, that one inbreed crisis actor. Yeah, he's like, oh, yeah, and yeah, he's like, saying how much he hates Jews and that they're kites and stuff like that, and he goes into this insane rant of like, oh, I like Joe Biden and I like the war in Ukraine. I'm like, and yet you're supporting a demented pedophile and a.
They said.
I know they're crisis actors.
They're nothing but says. Yep. Nothing but says.
And it's like, breaking down the hypocrisy of it. Then this guy says, "Oh, I like the war in Ukraine." And I was like, and this is the same guy who supports a Jew that uses neo-Nazis for warmongering. And you're giving that warmonger, and you're giving that Jew a pass for a fucking warmonger because he associates with himself with neo-Nazis. It doesn't make any fucking sense, and that's why I see them as a bunch of fucking crisis actors.
Yeah, and did you guys? I don't know if they told it to the news where you at, but up here in Elkridge Park in Montgomery County, they said it wasn't well hidden. They have a Nazi statue out there. People didn't know it was out there. When I saw it, I said, that fucking thing big as day. It looked like a damn tombstone.
Holy shit.
Yeah. That looked like a tombstone. I said, I hope they take it down.
Yeah.
It was big as I don't know what.
And watch the government-controlled opposition be like, no, don't take it down, don't take it down. And go and unleash their crisis actors so they can go and incite a riot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I call them crisis actors.
Yeah, because they hired a lot of them in 2016 in Philadelphia with that convention where Bernie Sanders delegates walked out. Put an ad on Craigslist. We need crisis actors to come to the convention center. I'm like, I don't believe this. Unbelievable.
Yes, it's so fun. It was. And those emails are still so fucking relevant to this day
Yeah,
because
it is.
because looking at what went on from 2016 to today to this present day, it's like none of this actually surprises me.
And I saw an interview with Anthony Weiner. They interviewed him on Value, and he is such an, I could never stand him when he was a senator or a congressman. He is such a narcissist and an asshole. He's
I can't
an
stand
asshole.
him. I can't
Yeah.
stand. Yeah, the guy who the guy with the fucking dick pics, the dick pic guy, and the one with that laptop, the one with the Hillary Clinton emails.
Oh yeah, they said that is tough. That's on the dark web player. They said it's horrific what Hillary Clinton, that's somebody else, was doing to these children. It was horrible.
Yep.
Didn't we have to register as a sex offender?
Yes,
Okay.
I believe so because there was some kid fuckery going on, I presume.
Mm.
Well, it doesn't surprise me because these evil semen demons engage in such fucking evil kid fuckery.
Yeah, because when the New York City Police Department had that laptop, they could contact the Department of Justice to come get it, and then all of a sudden the Justice they told them, well, if you don't come get this laptop, because they saw what was on there, they said it was very a lot of New York cops committed suicide. And I think it's related to that damn laptop. So anyway, and one woman was sitting in the car. She was just sitting in the car, and the guy came up and just shot and killed her.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because I'm like, that was tied to that damn laptop. And so, what's her name? What's her name? Janet Lynch. He called them up and said, you better give us that laptop, or if you don't, somebody's going to jail for Eric Gardner's death. They used Eric Gardner's death for a barter.
Oh my goodness.
And his daughter was about to do an investigation about her. And then she dies of a heart attack. She just had a baby.
I'll be damned.
Yeah. Yeah, they used his case as barter. That's why nobody was charged or convicted.
Well,
they wanted to get that laptop back.
Well, it's a Democratic area. Of course, they wanted something to actually go. They wanted to go and have something happen. And hey, look what happened in 2020, and look how that fucking ended.
That Swami guy, I don't trust him.
Snake or Swami?
Yeah, well, he was biotech, and created the lipid nanogroups to them vaccines, and you got a lawsuit with Moderna?
Fuck no. Snake.
I don't trust him. He's Obama 2.0. Where the hell he come from?
Exactly.
Yeah, where did he come from? That's what Trump was saying about Obama. He said, because Trump knew everybody. And he didn't know it, and I knew he knew a lot of politicians in Chicago. They ain't know about him.
Well, I think it's no wonder why they're trying to go after Trump in a way. Just looking at it, it's like, he was the one that actually, a notable somebody that was actually knowledgeable. Then it's like, then why all of a sudden?
Well, Obama getting his revenge. He's using, somebody used the earpiece of that White House, and he's telling them what to do. He's doing his third term. I don't care what nobody says. He's doing his third term.
Everyone should be aware of that.
He said now, because I can have somebody have an earpiece in, and I have one sitting in my basement telling them what to do. Well, he said he was staying in Washington. He bought a house close to the White House. I said, what the hell is he up to? It ain't because his daughter wants to stay in school down there. And here he's spying on Trump before he even ran.
In his bathhouse basement. That's what I just want to just go and call it. He's spying on Trump in his bathhouse basement.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up.
Exactly.
Mm. He wanted to get his revenge on Trump because Trump won that 2016 election. They was losing their fucking minds. Trump was shocked he won because it took him a long time to come out. See, Trump was shocked because he didn't expect to win.
Yeah, that day was actually pretty shocking.
Yeah, it was. I knew he was going to win. I saw that map. I said, Trump going to win. My husband like, no, he's not. No, I said, yes, he is. He's going to win. They getting paid back for what they did to Bernie. That's what they're getting paid back for. Yep.
And I think 2024 will be the same outcome, though.
Mm. I think some people are on their A game. So when Barack Obama, when he was still in office, he had Homeland Security handle the elections. I'm like, what they got to do with the elections? That made us
It has a lot to do if you're rigging it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
I mean, look what happened with 2020.
Trump won in the landslide. He never conceded either. Never conceded.
No. He did say that they'll give a smooth transition of power, but I think he was forced out. I think in some way, shape, or form, they had him with something. I'm not sure, but I don't like the...
They can't control him.
Nah. He don't need their money. What did he do with all his...
He don't need... He's not part of the globalist thing.
Yeah.
He's not part of it at all.
But
that's why they don't like him.
Yeah, but what did they... His salary for the President of the United States, he donated it, I believe. He didn't...
I know, he did.
Yeah.
And he gave the veterans raises when he got in there.
Yep, finally somebody did.
Yes, yep. He gave them raises.
Yep.
Gave us a payroll tax cut.
Oh, by the way, the Democrats just voted not to give us raises. That was just like a week ago.
No, they
gave their asses raises before Nancy Pelosi left speaker seat.
Yeah, they're a bunch of whores.
Yeah, Democrats have become serious Democrats.
Semen Democrats.
Semen yeah.
Yeah, make it very, very dirty because they represent dirty and filth. I just might as well just don't call them out for what they are.
Yep.
Yeah, they're freaking freaks. Well, this is what I think. This is what somebody who spoke to Trump said. There are 9 million jobs out there bureaucratically that have been compromised with the Biden administration because it doesn't just stop in the administration. This trickles down to, school board members, janitors, freaking whoever, right, on the payroll. And a lot of these people that are Democrats they don't know this yet, but they're going to lose their fucking jobs. If Trump can make it and he gets in office, he's going to fire it's going to be...
He's going to fire federal workers. He will start off afresh.
Yep. He's going to start off with all the administrative positions. He's going to drain the swamp more than probably anybody in the history of draining the swamp is going to happen. And then those people are going to keep that system going of getting rid of these people that have just been a horrific
cancer
abomination.
To society.
A cancer to society, absolutely. That's the best way to say it.
Cancer, plague, whatever fucking.
Like herpes, you can't get rid of it.
Well, he's going to.
When they said that about Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's bad.
Oh, Bill Clinton has herpes.
Yeah, she's like crabs.
Mob crabs.
Oh man, I'm just saying, it's so weird. It's so weird. Just how completely corrupt, and I mean nobody. I mean we just saw it. Nobody goes to. And you guys were talking about it, the crisis actors. Nobody goes to fucking any of. Okay. About a week ago, I did a video of Biden in Maui, and when he was introduced, he came up on stage. I heard and maybe saw 15 people. You see what I'm saying? And then you see all these videos afterwards on TikTok, some on YouTube, of what these people are actually doing and saying, flipping him off, all these signs, get the fuck off of here, just you suck. Just F Joe Biden,
like,
F Joe
fuck
Biden.
You.
Yeah, F Joe Biden, F Joe Biden. Let's go Brandon, all this shit, and it was just it's the way that he's an illegitimate person in office. Let's just get to the brass tacks.
He's a crisis actor.
Yeah, and he's a crisis actor, and they're all a bunch of fucking crisis actors, all been a fucking big show. And, Maui for me is, I've only been to Maui 3 times, which is a lot for most people on the planet. But I've been to the banyan tree they talk about. I've been in the town of Lahaina. My dad sung a song, which you guys have heard, about Lahaina. That was dedicated to Lahaina back in the late 70s, early 80s. And, so he's kind of a fixture there. People know my father. The thing is so it's kind of close to me what's happening to these people and how these DEWs torch that town and have been torching the planet. I mean,
did you see Oprah had her own private firefighters saving her house?
Well, they weren't private. She used firefighters that worked with the county. She paid them. So instead of letting them protect the people, she was protecting her land. Her house wasn't even remotely touched.
Selfish kind.
No.
Right? Yeah, selfish.
She got a farm on there.
Yeah. It was terrible. So she not only took away the people that could be actually saving people that were in real threatening situations and saving their lives, she took those people away from them. I mean, there's so much crap coming out about this chick and this foundation, which that money doesn't go to anybody but her and her foundation. And it's just this whole rock scam. It's just coming out. It's getting worse and worse and worse for these fucking people.
I'm shocked at him. He shouldn't have never went to Hollywood. He should have stayed in wrestling.
Yep.
He part of that Illuminati now.
Yeah, he's definitely compromised. Obviously. He's
crisis actor.
He's part
crisis
of it.
actor. He became a crisis actor. Exactly.
He's part of that club.
He's part of that club, man.
That pretty little club.
The fucking salad tossing club.
Yeah, corporate cocksucking, corporate carpet munching.
Yeah. And when everybody talking about Jill got COVID, talking about, didn't she have 4 shots? None of them got anything. They made them sick themselves exempt from the damn beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And the people that got the Wallensky, they did a blood test. Well, she said, I had something that 2 boosters. They said, no, you didn't. They did the blood test. You ain't got nothing in your system. And she was going crazy.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton.
I think they're losing this battle. This exposure.
I think they are too. Because they say George Soros is so nervous about Trump winning in 2024. So they know they're going to be done. He already told them. Somebody said, Trump threatened them people. That's a shame. I said, what the hell are you talking about? He didn't threaten them. He said, since you coming after me, I'm coming after you.
That's
Yeah.
a
Right.
type of fuck around and you will find out.
Yeah, exactly. That's a
Because when I
fucking
saw
around
that
and find out.
mugshot, I'm like Trump 2.0.
No, he's gonna come back with a vengeance, man. He's
Yes, he is.
yeah.
He
And
knows, like you said, he learned in his first term about how these people
was the
are
freshman
dirty.
class.
They've been around for decades.
Yeah, that was the freshman class for him. I brought it up several times. He's learned his lesson. He knows now that he's got to fully drain this swamp. He can't trust anybody.
Yep.
He's got to vet people like crazy. See, there's a difference. There's a difference between he's vetting people for the people. These
Right.
Democrats vetted people against the people. They brought in people
Yep.
that were, they brought in people that were yes men to whatever they tell them. Okay, we want you to go out and fry a town in Maui with your DEWs. So, are you going to participate? Because we really need, and they would get these just the nastiest, most easily corrupted people to do their bidding. There's a difference.
And all of them are criminals.
Oh yeah.
All of them have criminal records.
Yeah, they're genocidal maniacs.
No, they actually have criminal records. There are people that are in office. I mean, I just showed it last night. There was a guy that he's a Democrat. He's had he went out and tried to meet up with. They set him up. They set him up that he was supposed to be meeting. What was that show when they used to catch a predator to catch a? What the fuck was the name of that show? It used to be on like CBS or something like that.
That was Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
Yes,
How to
Chris
catch
Hansen.
how to catch a predator.
Yeah,
Something
well,
like that.
they did that to one of these Democratic, like full-on running Democratic guys, and they set him up to meet a 14-year-old boy, and they busted him, and they got it all on fucking tape. And these are the
They do their own. They try to get rid of their own.
Oh, they'll
They
take.
are slimy.
Yeah, they're fucking evil as shit.
I'd say, you know what? Let them go and fucking take care of their own. That's less for us to go and take care of.
Yeah, there's gonna be some serious firing. When things get changed and there's no IRS and no FBI and all this shit, happens. Hopefully, like Vivek keeps talking about, Trump keeps saying, and all these people just saying these departments are just not needed. He's gonna vet and redo the fucking FBI and the fucking Department of Justice and all this other crap. There are gonna be some positions open, and then I'll be fucking. That's when I'll go apply. When I know that these people that are actually in these positions care about the people, not about their own pedophile, predator class type mentality motivations. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm going to go in there and be with some people that, whether they're gay or not, it doesn't fucking bother me, but they care about the people. And they care about the children. And they care about the future of the country. And they care about the direction of our country. And who do we want to, how do we want to be perceived? Do we want to be perceived as the most entity on the fucking planet? No. I don't think that's what Trump wants either. I think he wants to fix all that. I'm really starting to believe that more and more. And just letting you guys know, I thought that interview, and you guys got to watch it with Anomaly. You guys know who Anomaly is, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Okay, watch that video. Vivek was very well prepared. They both, nobody hung up on anybody in a sense. Nobody cut off anybody. It was very professional, very well done. Vivek covered his ass really well. Said all the right things. But the thing is remember Barack said all the right things? Remember he said everything?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it, Barack 2.0.
And then when he got in the office, what did he do? The fucking opposite. The opposite. So that's what I'm
I saw the
concerned.
bankers from the 2008 crash going in there. I'm like, and they picked this cabinet too. Geithner and Sumner.
Geithner, that little weasel Geithner.
That
That little fucking weasel Geithner. Well, yeah, once I saw fucking Geithner in there from fucking JP Morgan, I was like, bro, you're so full of right there. That was that moment. That was that moment I started going, oh, this guy's bad. Oh, this is a bad. We fucked
Yeah,
up.
that's what I said when I saw it.
Yep.
I'm like, it's gonna be the same old, same old.
Yeah, we just got played. That's what I thought. We just got
No hope
played.
and change.
Yeah,
No hope and change.
Hope and
Yep.
change. Remember that hope and change was the big thing? That was the slogan.
We got cool.
Forward, move forward. Forward was Clinton or Hillary.
Oh, I'm with her.
Yeah, I'm with her.
Her lines
Remember
are
that?
so corny.
They were stupid. Everything she did was just like she had the worst fucking public relations people I've ever fucking witnessed in my life. It was terrible. Everything was just wrong.
They were crisis actors.
Yeah, crisis actors, bunch of idiots.
And the thing is, the Democrats are so stupid. They keep doing the same play. They don't do nothing different.
Still
Yeah,
the same
Nothing
crisis-
different.
Nothing.
Still the same crisis actors.
Yeah, nothing's helped them. I mean, how many times has Biden thrown out the college tuition bait and hook? How many times? I think he's done it 3 times, maybe 4 now. Never worked.
I can't keep track.
I can't keep track. It's like I know that's 3 for sure. And I think he just tried to do it again, and it fucking fell short again. It's like, and they keep reeling these people in, and then as soon as they get into the boat, they kill them. You know what I'm saying? It's like they keep reeling these people. It's like, it's a fucking. They've been psyoping these people, and they've had. Look, we're not perfect either.
They psyop people about going to college. Because before, back when I was growing up, you just you get trained in school, high school, and you go right and get a new job, making good money. They took that away. Come out with that plan. Oh, you go to school. And the most you could borrow back then for student loan was $2,500.
Mm-hmm. Baloney.
And they made it a business. I call it illegal loan sharking. That's what I call it. About them damn loans.
That's all it was.
It's all a Ponzi scheme.
No, it's a legal loan shark. It's perfect because that's what it was.
Yeah, legal loan
They
sharking.
suck people into this shit.
Yeah, yep.
And then
I gotta pay a student parent plus student loan back.
How many people to this day, and I'm telling you, I remember working in certain positions where I'd be in a telecommunications, telemarketing position for some bank, and there would be some guy sitting me with a fucking bachelor's degree. And then I work at some restaurant delivering pizza, and there'd be somebody delivering pizza with me that has a fucking bachelor's degree.
Yeah, and they couldn't get a job in their degree.
Yeah.
No, that was a loan sharking scheme.
That's the scam.
And then Biden put in, you can't file bankruptcy on the loans.
I know. You're trapped.
Bastard. Man, I can't stand that man. Can't stand him.
Yeah, people hate him.
With his racist ass.
Well, I know there's one person that still misses him, and that's that guy Sinclair. I guess he liked blowing that guy off.
That Sinclair, he better be careful.
Oh, they're gonna try to off him. They're gonna Seth Rich him as soon as they can get a chance. Excuse the term. I mean, that's a bad thing to say, but I'm telling you, this guy, he's on there telling the world what's really going on. But once you start, go ahead.
And he had a criminal history, but his story never changed about the big O. Never changed.
Never freaking changed at all. It's just amazing to me what anybody at this present moment in time would contemplate. Look, I don't like the 2-party system, but it's not changing overnight. Nobody's bringing
Oh, it's going to change.
Yeah.
Once they get their bricks together, the Fed's going to fail, and we're going to have a second depression.
Yeah. But here's the
thing. Now, Turkey is getting ready to join BRICS.
Yeah.
That's because Rogan was talking to Macron in
Brazil
France.
did too.
And
Yeah.
And because They that coup they did in Niger and took out their puppet, because that puppet was the one that helped them get assassinate Gaddafi. They got him out of there. They won't be getting their resources no more. And that country don't hardly have electricity, but they take, I think, they say uranium runs electricity. They got some resource over there run electricity, and France makes money off. They need them, but they ain't gonna have them no more.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
yep.
The interesting thing is, I just don't get Germany. How could Germany want to be a part of the United States when we fucking blew up the fucking pipeline? When we blew up the
They don't like us. They brought them neo-Nazis back here. They do not like us. They want to destroy our damn country. That's who's running the country, them damn foreigners.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nazi foreigners.
Oh, the UN. I think the UN is like based in fucking Germany. I don't know.
I know they need to get rid of that. They need to get rid of the World Health Organization, the World Economic Forum. It needs to be done.
Yeah, all of it.
They need to go and get rid of all of them.
Because Trump got in there and defunded all of them, even NIH. And then they found out Fauci, when Trump did that, he was still sending funds funding these people.
Mm-hmm. Taking a little cut for himself, too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a big cut. Like, we're talking 300...
Mother Teresa supposed to be his mother.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. They said Mother Teresa.
No, I think you mentioned that one time. I think you mentioned... And that's real,
Mother
right?
Teresa is his mother.
That's and she was full of shit,
Trudeau is Fidel Castro's son.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
and DeSantis, they say he's Adam Walsh. That boy that went missing, supposed to have been killed. He kind of looked like the kid.
Ooh.
Because I saw a video of him. I think he was still like a teenager or something. He said he just wanted his identity.
Ooh.
And his sister be interviewing on the David Zuber channel. She come on like every couple of times a week on that channel, talking about her father. They took her kids. Her father into pedophilia too.
Man, that is such
and that show America's Most Wanted catching criminals, and he is a pedophile.
Man, bad. Who else we got here? Hey, Jordan Shore, I believe. Is it Jordan? Let me see if it's Jordan. Hey, it's Jordan.
Hey,
buddy.
Hey, Jordan.
Look like him. Hey, Jordan.
How you doing,
hey, Jordan.
buddy? Good seeing you. What's up?
Because DeSantis kind of looked like that kid.
Yeah. You know, a lot of the stuff you talk about, Cheryl, what's really interesting is it's a lot of that stuff started to come out. And that's not just like Alex Jones stuff.
Even, Alex Jones, they be saying he crazy, but everything he said, it happened.
I know.
Everything.
I know.
Everything he said, he got some alert about the CSA about they ready to do the lockdown. That was like 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then they came out and said that's what they was going to do.
Yeah, he did. He told everybody 2 weeks before they fucking started saying.
Yep.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that.
Calling him a quack. He's crazy. He ain't crazy. And some people from Sandy Hook ain't gonna get that money. That was a setup.
Totally.
Them kids ain't dead. They're alive.
The whole thing is a big fucking scam.
So, because one of them was at the Las Vegas shooting, that event.
What?
Yeah. Yep. There was some girl at my job I was talking about that. She said, yeah, quite ironic, one of the kids from Sandy Hook supposed to have been dead. And she was right there at that Vegas shooting.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was another government psyop. Another one. And that country singer, he was so upset about that.
Mm-hmm. Trying to get her guns again.
Yeah.
Did you ever go out and try to pick out something yet? Can I recommend what you should get?
What?
As far as your personal sidearm, which is always good to have. I don't care who you are. You should always at least know sidearm. Your personal sidearm. It's a term for concealed carry.
I gotta get mine. I got my license. I gotta get mine.
What are you getting? Do you know? Do you have an idea?
I'm not getting nothing big and heavy because I'm tiny.
Yeah, don't get them. Get a compact. All I'm saying, getting compact. You get a 38, a 380, or look. All you need is what people don't understand is a 22 caliber is enough to
kill somebody.
Can kill somebody.
Yes, it can.
I don't care what you say. The other great thing about a 22 caliber is the magazine size, which is the clip, right? The clip you can hold in a 22. You can put like 20 freaking rounds just in the palm of your hands. So when you're spraying somebody, you're not going to miss, or something, alien. I don't know, whatever, you know. But that's what I'm saying. So there's nothing wrong with, having me.
I'm going to get my weapon. We got one here, but I'm not dealing with that 9mm.
Oh yeah, that's a beast. That's a beast.
Yes.
Bigger than that is the one I'm getting. I'm getting the 45 ACP, which is good for me because I'm 300 plus pounds.
What's that gun Clint Eastwood used to always carry in his movie?
45.
Yeah. Magnum 45, right?
Yeah, with Smith & Wesson 45 Magnum. Yeah, that's a big boy. My son-in-law has what's called a Smith & Wesson 500. That thing, I mean, I can do curls with that thing and build muscle. That's how heavy that fucking thing is. That's a monster. That's a kind of gun. If you're not big and if you're not strong, don't touch it because it'll fucking. The thing about that's dangerous because it'll not only kick, it'll go up and it could hit you in the head. So if whoever's out there, always go to if you're gonna go get a firearm, I always recommend just go to the store, talk to the guys, let them know the truth about who you are and what you do. Like when I went out and got mine, I just told them, I've shot a 30-06, I've shot spas, pythons, all these different guns.
I better carry.
Yeah, so I let them know where I'm at as far as my abilities and knowing as much as I did about guns, which isn't that much at all. And they said, well, I think this would probably be good for you. And I said, well, let me see what you got. And they said, well, you can get an AR-15, And I go, nah, I want something with a little more poop. And they said, yeah, get an AR-10. So I got the AR-10, which is it's a beautiful gun. I've got it dialed in. And it's just, I'm telling you guys, it is so fun to shoot, to hit the target, to get that feeling. It's such, like after I go out and shoot, it's the weirdest thing. It's like I'm very relaxed. It's like I just went surfing. It is the weirdest thing ever. But it's plus it's good. I mean, I'm a big guy. I can pretty much take care of myself. I got a 12-inch, Crocodile Dundee knife over here, just in case. But the other thing is I'm not as fast and as quick as and as agile as I used to be. So if I got to pick up my this or that to protect myself, I will. And that's by law I can do that. So like I'm saying to everybody,
I can carry my gun in the city here, but I can't take it to work with me. It's not allowed on the post office grounds or in the parking lot. I need it there because the way they talk to people, somebody gonna go in there and go post them.
Yeah, well, I'm in security, so I can. The lieutenant, I don't know why we call him lieutenant, but he likes to be called lieutenant of this. he has all the licensing and all that stuff, so we're good. And it's good.
Sounds like it's a shooting here every damn night. We are red in Chicago. All these Democratic running cities, there are a lot of shootings. It's all day in the wee hours in the morning. It's a shooting.
What are the states?
Women and children were off limits. It's not like that in the city anymore. So many women got shot and killed in the city, and children.
The states that are the worst. I think California.
It's a
Oregon.
democratically ran state.
Yeah, I know, but they're called the blundering six, the blundering blue six. California's one, Hawaii, Colorado.
Hawaii got crime too.
Huh?
Oh yeah, they got a Democratic governor.
Oh, they got a Democratic everything. Those people were. They locked themselves down during COVID so fucking tight. They gave everybody. They had like the highest percentage of vaccinations, and all my people, you know, we all got our people, right? All my Hawaiian people fell for that shit. It was just the dumbest thing I ever fucking seen in my life. I was trying to warn them. I was trying my hardest to warn all of them. I'm like, you guys just don't, not now, just don't. I'm talking to relatives. I'm talking to friends. I'm sending out text messages. I'm sending out fucking, you know, emails to tell these people not to fucking do it. But they're just so well marketed. It was just terrible. It was terrible.
It wasn't well marketed. I saw their sign in the beginning. I said, what you need a vac? And why you need a test to go up your goddamn nose? You don't do that for a cold.
Yeah, you don't do that for anything. It's just
for the flu, pneumonia.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I took that test. Now I got allergy problems. I can't get rid of this goddamn cough.
There was one swab that I did. I had to do it in order to get to one of my son's volleyball tournaments at the Anaheim Convention Center, which is a giant facility. And but it wasn't a deep swab. So they just said, yeah, just do a little bit in your nose. And when I read the package, it was a clear swab. You see what I'm saying? There were some of these swabs that were kind of like had a residue on it.
Yeah, I felt something wet on my nose nostril.
Yeah,
I said, what's wet on here? The lady like, oh, it's wasn't wet. I said, yes, it was. My nose was dry.
Yeah,
and they had some nanoparticles on them Q-tips, too.
Yeah, mine was dry.
No, mine was wet. And I was praying. They didn't try to put it all the way to my damn brain, but somebody would have got sucker punched.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, a lot of people got fooled with a lot of that shit. They're all talking about now they want to put it in our water. Like, what the fuck?
And people just keep going to get the test. Like my job right now, they open the annex so they can send out them COVID tests. Them idiots the COVIDiots are still going to take that damn test. It don't work. Yeah. Look at Dr. Muller's video. He said it doesn't detect the common cold. That's why they killed him. Yeah, they had to get that test to bring that vaccine out, and they got rid of him.
Kerry Mullins, he was the Nobel Prize winner that created the damn thing.
Yep.
Died in July of 2019. Isn't that odd?
Right before that shot came out.
Right before COVID became a thing.
Yep.
That's just very odd how that happens. What a coincidence. Just more coincidences. You know, just coincidence. I got all kinds of information on Mullins and that stuff.
I'm telling these people listening, like, well, I believe in science. What science? Do you know Dr. Fauci record?
Yeah, do you know that fucking dude's record is terrible?
Yeah.
Terrible.
He never saw a patient that wore a stethoscope. All he was doing, mad scientists said, Dr. Frankenstein and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That's that kind of shit he was doing in the lab.
Yeah,
he wasn't doing nothing to help people.
Jesus Christ. No, he's the producer of the crisis actors. That's what he is. Yeah, he's the producer. He's just the
producer and the producer
director.
Became the crisis actors.
Yeah, he's the one that sold everybody on that movie. Yeah, if you go, anybody's listening, if you go to the FTheWF.org or StopTheWF.org or DIYLiberty.org, just go to the blog. There's so much information on Kerry Mullins in there. And all the videos, all the information in there. Just everything that just points at this thing. And we're talking about the Pfizer, we're talking about the Moderna, we're talking about the AstraZeneca and the Novavax mRNA.
I don't hear about that one or even Johnson and Johnson anymore.
Yeah. But we're talking about these as being, perceived by many that are starting to say that it's turning into more of a bioweapon, a genocidal bioweapon than anything.
Yeah, it is a bioweapon. That's where the anthrax came from, down Fort Detrick, North Carolina.
Yeah.
And University of Chapel Hill. Something happened. I think it was a shooting down there or something. It was, somebody killed this doctor in the lab down there in Chapel Hill, the university.
Yeah.
Y'all hear about that? That was last week. They were on lockdown.
Wow. That's messed up. It's just amazing. So back in July of 2015, July 15th of 2020, July 15th, 2022, VAERS used to report the deaths. They used to report the deaths of the adverse events were being reported, and only 1% of doctors, professionals, hospitals were reporting. So back in July 15th of 2022, there were 29,635 according to VAERS. That indicator, that page, that particular indicator in that page that had all that side effects information is gone. VAERS is still there, but it doesn't show.
They're trying to cover their ass.
Yeah. They're CYA all the way.
Yeah, yep.
Imagine what that is now.
The judge told them, you ain't holding nothing for 75 years. They supposed to bring out new stuff every month.
Yeah. Imagine what those numbers are. If 100% of people were reporting, that's only 1% reporting. 1%.
And honestly, our people did not die from that COVID. If they died, they may have died. We might have died from that.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't die from no COVID. Them people were mistreated in the damn hospital. Putting on them damn ventilators. I remember calling, tell Trump he need to bring me them ventilators. And nobody being held accountable for the murders of the people in them nurses' home in different states.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that
including my state. And that Rachel Levine from my state, she removed her mother from one of them homes because they knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
That's cool. He's a hideous-looking man in a damn wig.
Damn. You guys know
I saw him on TV.
That's Recklheim.
I know they killed my former governor, too. They got his ass.
Yeah, a bunch of people are gone.
I'd be glad when they show this stuff on TV. I would love to see it. Them people need to suffer. I don't want a quick death. They need to suffer. What they did to these people.
Oh, yeah. They need, waterboarding is like a bed of roses for these fuckers. They need...
Yeah.
What did they used to do with people back in the day? They used to put them in these steel cages and fry them over like a burning. I mean, that's pretty nasty. But for fuck's sake,
yeah, because they deserve it. Cause all these countless losses, people could have survived, but they weren't found. They found Fauci protocol. I didn't even know he had that residency in that EUA. He said, get them the ventilator when they come in with COVID and Resmediv.
Right. Let me see. Wait, Chris Palumbo. Sorry I didn't read this, Chris, but it says, to be here, I don't trust Vivek 100% because he's not a Christian. It's just something about his Hinduism belief. Well, the thing you need to be concerned about him is, and it's almost the same thing with Tulsi Gabbard, just letting you guys know, is Mossad. It's not Mossad. What's the name? What's the leader of India? One of this. It's sober.
MI6?
No, it's sober. Anyway, and this guy hates a lot of people. He's got a vendetta on a lot of people, so I'm really concerned about that. Yeah, so I get it.
I've vendetta on a lot of people.
No, I'm talking about Tulsi Gabbard has a very close relationship with one of India's most influential political figures. What's his name?
Oh, really?
Is it Modi?
Modi. Yes, thank you very much.
Modi.
Yeah.
Modi. M-O-D-I. M-O-D-I.
I think he was involved in 9/11.
I think there's a lot of people that were involved in that.
Yep.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, don't even get me started on 9/11. That's
Yeah, I ain't trusting God either.
Because I saw like because I saw like a picture of Dr. Shiva and Modi.
Yep, exactly.
It's a picture of Dr. Shiva and Modi.
Yeah.
Holy
And he
shit.
running around talking about Trump and DeSantis talking about them like a dog.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, you're pointing your finger at somebody, your thumb pointing back at you.
He met with Modi. What?
There's a video about Tulsi. Yeah, here it is. Of Modi and Tulsi hanging out together. Like,
I'll be damned.
Yeah, it's like right in your face.
And she said she's not part of the World Economic Forum, but her picture is on the website.
Yeah, that's. I think she had him take it down, but I mean, I haven't seen it. I could probably find it. But the thing is anybody that's a part of that, that was a part of that, is always a little suspect to me.
Yeah, so they've been brainwashed.
Yeah, it's like you're not there. It's like you're not on that. You're not part of that club because you were just hanging around one day. You're there for a reason. You're in that list for a reason, and that's my concern. And I know Vivek has said that he doesn't want to be a part of that, and he sued him and all this other shit, right? But I mean, it's like once you're in that, Kevin McCarthy's a fucking young globalist,
A whore.
Yeah, a bunch of them are. But I'm just really, I want to hear somebody say. What I want to hear Vivek say about the World Economic Forum is I want him to say, I completely and totally denounce and will no longer be anywhere associated with the World Economic Forum. I haven't heard that from any of these fucking people. You know, I denounce all my relationship. I do not want to be a part of that. You know, I just haven't really heard those exact words. I hear words like, I don't support what they do. I don't like what they do. I don't think some of the things they do are a good idea. Nothing like you want to completely sever that relationship. I haven't heard that yet from Vivek or Tulsi or Kevin McCarthy or Mia Bartaneva from Fox News and all these other fucking people from PayPal and Google and Anheuser-Busch that are all fucking young globalist World Economic Forum assholes. I just haven't heard that. You know, I haven't heard the words sever, full stop, denounce, no longer a part of, will not participate, anything that they do think, shape, or form, or associate with at all. I haven't heard those words. You know what I mean? So I'm still concerned with Vivek. I'm still concerned with Tulsi. You know, knowing that Tulsi's got this huge bond with Modi. Thank you, Jordan, by the way, for bringing my memory back. But that Modi guy just hates Saudi Arabia. I mean, not just, but they hate Muslims with a passion. With a passion. No, I mean, to the point to where it's kind of like a Hitler thing. It's like they want to rid the world of Muslim people. And that's a very alarming to me when you're that extreme in your views. You know what I'm saying? It's just not right. So, Chris Palmer, whoever you are, that I totally get that. I totally get that. And thank you for hanging out and being on. You're welcome to come on the show, by the way. If you want to chime in, let us know. There's just...
And also, I'm about to say.
Go ahead.
I forgot what I was about to say.
I do
Come
that
back
all the
to
time.
me.
I do that all the time. Yeah, she's had several meetings. Tulsi's has had several meetings with Modi. Right? Like, there's like a bunch of meetings with Modi. Oh, look, here's Modi with Turos. Right? Yeah, from the World Economic Forum. I mean, from World Health Organization. Holy shit.
Did you guys hear?
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Wait, let me see this. I think this is right.
Did you guys hear Twitter is censoring again?
Oh, yeah, of course
Not
they are.
surprised. I mean, Elon Musk.
He brought that woman from the World Economic Forum. I said, oh, he playing both sides.
Oh,
I don't trust him.
No, he
He's
is.
an opportunist, a grifter.
Perfect. Very well. Opportunist. He's... What was that oil guy that was running for a Democratic position that tried to make his own party? Chan? You guys know what I'm talking about. He was on CNN.
Yang.
From New York.
Yeah,
From New York.
Yang. That guy, I mean, he was the epsilon of fucking... he was the total epsilon of what Cheryl just said, a freaking player, right? He was an opportunist, like Eric said. Total opportunist.
Andrew Yang.
Andrew Yang,
Yeah,
yes,
that's
exactly.
him.
Yeah,
He's disappeared now.
Yeah.
So Modi...
Yeah, grifter.
Yeah, so Modi, right here, and I'm showing the video, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm showing Modi dancing around with the World Health Organization chief, Turos, whatever the fuck his name was.
Tedros?
Tetros? Is it Tetros?
Tedros. Or Tedros.
Tedros or something like that. And they are hanging out. I mean, just all these connections with all these fucking Pedo Predator Class type elitist pieces of shit motherfuckers. And everybody knows that Tetros is like a fucking... He was a... What do they call it? In Africa, they had a lot of these guys that were... they were not gangs, but they were... I'm trying to remember the name of them. They were gang leaders, the leaders of these little towns and stuff. Anyway, I mean, these are people that he was a part of that were like cutting off noses and ears and heads and all kinds of stuff. I mean, just some crazy criminal shit that he was a part of. So, what do? You put that guy in? This seems to be the prerequisite of the World Economic Forum, the Wealth Organization. If you're a fucking serial killer, you're in. You'll get the position. Right? What did they call those people in Africa? The guys that like run like a small country or small town. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's like a term they use. It'll come to me. But that's what he did. He was a part of that shit. And they used him. He fit his role perfectly. He's out there to make sure that as many people die as possible. And he did a great job. You know, and who took over for him? Somebody else? Recently? They got a new group in there. Who's the new chief of the World Health Organization? Isn't there somebody else? Chief of WHO. Director General. Tedros, he's still the guy? Oh yeah, he's still the Director General. I thought they were bringing in somebody new. He'd been there since 2017. Tedros Ghebreyesus. Anyway, just a fucking criminal. And here he is dancing around with Modi. You know, Modi's dancing around with fucking Modi, and then Modi's dancing around with fucking Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, how do we fucking beat these? I know what to do. I already know what to do. I mean, it's all over my fucking website on how to fucking beat these fuckers, but everybody thinks that the Trump is gonna fucking fix it all. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I pray to God and Jesus and His name and
I
everything.
pray he do be able to fix it all because we'll be on a world of trouble.
Yeah, if he doesn't do what he says he's gonna do, or what we believe we think he's gonna do, then we are super fucked. And that's when people start spilling over the tea, if you know what I'm saying. If it's same old, just a different puppet, and we'll be able to tell right off the bat. We'll be able to tell right off the fucking bat. Because if people's heads don't start rolling, not literally, because I don't want to get that crazy, but if people aren't fucking angst, like unplugging the drain completely, and that shit doesn't start happening, people are gonna start fucking. There's gonna be. Yeah. Now there's a difference between a civil war and a revolution. A revolution is against your government. A civil war is between a faction of a population of a country and another faction. I don't believe it's gonna be a civil war at all. If it gets to that point, it's going to be a revolution. I do believe they're going to bring in the white hats and the blue hats, because I do believe that there are some people that are going to say, you know what, I didn't sign up for this in the National Guard. I didn't sign up for this in the Marines. I didn't sign up. The
white hats are working behind the scenes now.
Oh, they've already taken over fucking the Virginia base. That whole base is Fort Bragg, West Virginia, or something like that. It's like basically all white and blue hats now, from what the reports are. They're buckling in, getting ready. People don't even see it. People don't even see it. Yeah, we're in. Let's just, man. I want to pray and I want to hope and I want to hope and I want to pray, but I'm telling you,
I pray every day.
Yeah. Yeah, when I eat, I pray.
Trump safe. Keep him safe. They got to find a way to do it, because they can't do it like they did the old assassination. Too many cameras.
Mm-hmm. They're going to do it. They gotta, I don't know, man. They're looking.
But I don't think it's going to happen, because he is well protected.
Very well protected.
Yeah.
People
well protected.
Democratic psychos.
Yeah.
What you say, Jordan?
Those Democrats are psychos.
Yeah, they are. They crazy. They really crazy.
No, they ain't. She ain't just whistling Dixie, man. She's fucking totally serious. These people are fucking lunatics, like full fucking. Jesus, I just never seen such crazy. I mean,
because when Abraham Lincoln was running for office, the Dixiecrats, they found out they was cheating, and he caught them, found out who it was, and they committed treason. They killed the execution staff, my firing squad.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and they was about assassinating him.
Holy Jesus!
Some damn Democrats. Those are some really sick people.
Yeah,
I wish my black people would wake up, because they are not for us.
Yeah.
You got them buck dancing Negro preachers. You have them come to. There's a difference between church. You're not supposed to have to mix church with state. Always having them come to the church like that. T.D. Jakes, he's part of it. Him, Creflo Dollar, and Copeland. They all having sex together, gay sex.
Yeah. Well,
And his son is a pedophile too. T.J. Jakes. Now, they false prophets. They are false prophets.
they will be definitely going to hell.
Yeah, because C.D. Jakes even did a virtual thing with his church and his parishioners with Fauci, telling them to get the vaccine.
I know.
Evil demons.
And now I think he got this scam going on. He got some deal with Wells Fargo to help people get, I don't know, homes or business. I said, this is the fraud. He gets his own people. He don't do them in. And it's his parishioners, they so, I just don't, especially like the older people, they just don't sit and look, watch, and they just stay on old school religion. They ain't teaching old school religion no more. They're not. A lot of them are false prophets. They're gonna go to hell.
In a rainbow-colored handbasket.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
There's always a car crash here. I think those are vaccine injured people that's causing these accidents out here. There's too many of them.
You would not believe the numbers. It's crazy.
But you know they got some vaccines out there. It's just saline solution. So if anybody got that saline solution, they're not going to have no problems with their body.
Yeah.
And they sent the dirty vaccines to the Republican states.
Yeah.
They admitted it.
Oh, yeah. So now they're just
Them
calling it a
fuckers
flu
are
shot.
crazy.
Yeah. Now the advertisements on YouTube and throughout cable is they're now saying, we're talking the mRNA, they're just calling it a flu shot. Get your flu shot, not your COVID shot, because nobody wants to get a COVID shot. So now they're just calling it a flu shot. You see how that works?
Yeah, a flu shot with mRNA in it.
Yeah, destroys your DNA, changes
Yep.
your DNA, destroys your immune system.
Changes your blood.
Turns your blood into fucking cluttered up myocarditis crap. It's just like The Walking
And giving
Dead.
people fast cancers. They getting fast cancers. Taking them out. That's what happened to my cousin. And by Bill Gates steady using them things, spreading them bugs over Florida and Texas.
Fucking Bill Gates, piece of shit.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know why they don't rein his ass then. They did him for antitrust law. That's when he got quiet and disappeared. And he came back and all of a sudden he's just philanthropist. They give philanthropists a bad name because they do evil doing with that shit. Child trafficking.
He identifies as a philanthropist.
Did you guys go see the movie? I went and saw it. Sound of Freedom.
Oh, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
That was excellent.
Here's the thing about that. Here's the thing about that movie I thought was so powerful. The thing that was so powerful about that movie was, and here it is, the overall premise, which people get once you walk out, you get it, is that it's still happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest fucking takeaway I got out of that. Is it's like I left there thinking, I went there thinking, well, it's just like a horror film, or you know what I'm saying? But then you walk out of there, you're just like, holy shit, this is fucking real time now, happening now.
Yep.
Right now. And I'm just like, fuck, because you know, you watch movies and you see all kinds of shit on TV, and you know, the fucking Stephen King piece of shit and all this other crap, right? And you see these fucking horrific movies about this shit, but this is really in real time happening and getting worse. And especially, and this is really interesting because my first ex-wife was an annulment, I think. Anyway, she studied in Orange County and took community criminal something course, and she's got a degree with that, and she just recently graduated at an older age, which is interesting. But Orange County, California, where Disneyland is, go figure. It's one of the highest human trafficking
Yes.
counties.
I see the sheriff come on every time when he locked up current employees of Disney, lawyers, judges.
Yeah.
And now they got the mascots out there, the trans mascots out there.
The training
At
mascots.
Disneyland. Yeah, yep. They got them out there.
Yeah.
They're filling all up on your damn show. I'm glad I never took my kids to Disney World. They mad at me about it, but hey, I kept them safe.
My kids never haven't been to. Look, I've been to Disneyland in California. I can't count how many times. I can't. There's no way. And that place is a fucking nightmare. I mean, when you're a kid, it's wonderful, right? You're having a good time. But when you're older and you got to stand in line and all this other shit, it's a fucking nightmare. But the last time I think my kids went to Disneyland was like 2010. No, wait, no, sorry. Like 2010, 8 or 2010, I think is the last time we all went. And it wasn't the same. It's not what they have now compared to what they had back then. And I'm not saying they didn't have that shit crazy, whatever they had. But it's more prevalent now. I had a video like 3 or 4 months ago showing all the fucking characters that were playing, that were supposed to be like the princesses or the women, were guys in fucking beards. Guys in fucking beards in the parades. And the dancers that were supposed to be girls in these, medieval dresses that they had for the girls were guys in fucking beards with ring tattoos in their nose. I don't care what you put in your fucking nose. But I'm just like, how is that making any sense to any fucking child? Right? It's just so bad. It's just so bad. Indoctrination nation. It's the indoctrination nation.
And they want to go. And they want to go and promote the bearded tranny.
What do you guys think about the ADL?
Oh, they pieces of shit.
They're bad.
Oh, there you go.
They supposed to. Well, see, all them organizations were made because they always use the black folk. Because the Jews was coming here. When they came here, they had to change their names. So they made up the NAACP and put blackface on it, that they help a black folk, and that'll help them too. Yeah, that's all them damn groups. That is not a black organization. People keep saying, "Oh, there's a black one." No, they're not. They for the Jews. They use the blackface.
Yeah.
It's like an old timey minstrel show.
Anytime they supporting transgender stuff, that's just all of them are fraud.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Well, I told you guys what CEI is, right? The Corporate Equality Index that was brought out by, it was in 2016 when it was out there, but they added the plus to LGBTQ by Kelly Robinson at a Davos meeting at the World Economic Forum Summit. She came out and introduced the plus, which is all the predator crap, all the grooming crap, all the sick, underage crap that we talked about. And then that's when there was actually like a divide of gays and lesbians. They were just like, what? What are you talking? I don't want to be a part of that shit. And then some branched off and some stayed with it. And that's why now you have Gays Against Groomers, which I think is a valiant organization, and they fucking hate all that shit. But the problem is not the problem, but their motivation. Number one, divide and conquer. Absolutely. Number two is depopulation. Trannies can't make babies. Let's just get that out of the way, right?
They trying though.
Oh yeah, right.
They trying. They make uterus, but they make it for women that have a problem with their uterus. But they trying to use it on them men. They don't have it. That's a freak show. You don't have fallopian tubes, ovaries, cervix, none of that stuff. You can't even get a period, and you don't know what women go through with that.
I've heard the stories. There's no I'll ever be able to understand it or even contemplate. But you got to look this up, because if you go to Google, or I think in the dictionary or some dictionary, the public, is it the CDC or the FDA or something like that, and look up can men menstruate, and it says yes they can.
Can men have what?
Menstruate.
Oh, someone.
I'm not kidding. It says yes they can.
I don't know why. I think they're making a mockery of women when they're talking about that.
That's it.
We don't want that shit.
Yeah, a lot of women. Remember? Did you guys ever see
that?
Oh my God.
They gotta go through menopause, mood swings, and hot flashes. They don't understand that. And how that can tie to drink or something. Well, I'm not a biologist. Bitch, you just do. Your kid's sitting right there. What you mean you don't know what it means to be a woman? You're not a biologist. I just didn't understand that.
You got it right in front. They're right below your fucking nose, you dumb shit.
Yeah. You got your daughter sitting right there.
Yeah.
And you were talking about, I don't know. I'm not a biologist. You ain't got to be a goddamn biologist. You had kids. Just say I had kids.
It's just crazy. That's what they're taught to say. That's the whole process. They want to keep. They want these pedo predator classes exactly what they are. They're not just the predator class. They're the pedo predator class, because they want pedophilia to be legal.
Yep.
And not to mention.
No, they do.
Not to mention.
Basically, it's already legal in California.
Yep.
I told you, if somebody have sex with somebody 10 years old, that's consensual, even though the kid was actually raped.
I know, that's fucked up, isn't it?
Yeah, they got that law out there. Gavin Newsom is sick. He is evil. He's just so creepy. And I can't believe Trump liked this guy. He said he likes Newsom. He's a great guy. What?
I would like Newsom loves to to be a groomer and likes to do fucked up things. I'm like, yeah, he ain't so great. He's ugly, fucking piece of shit.
I gotta tell you, Trump. Here's the problem. The biggest thing for him that he really needs to work on. Vivek knows the pulse of the country. I mean, literally. This guy is feeling everything that we're feeling. He's going through everything. He's very in touch with what's really happening on the ground. And somebody, or hopefully Vivek, will fucking go talk to Trump and say, bro, your vaccine thing, stupid. Newsom, stupid. Trudeau, all these other things that he's kind of not very naive about. It doesn't seem like he really understands who these people are. Because his team.
Last week.
Yeah, I think his team around him are a bunch of yes guys, yes men.
Yes, man.
Yeah, a bunch of
well,
yes
he
men.
don't need no bunch of yes men. He needs some people with some testicular like he had.
Yeah.
He really do.
No, he's got that. He just his. I call it the Mike Tyson syndrome or the Michael Jackson syndrome. Oh yeah, we'll get whatever drugs you need. We'll get whatever you want. Oh, you're right about everything. You're right about it. Oh yeah, you're right. Right. Remember all the doctors? You're just like drugging the fuck out of this man. Just crazy. And the problem is,
last week he did say there will be no COVID vaccine mandate.
Yeah, no.
He did say that finally. He didn't come out and say I was duped, but he did say that.
That's a good sign. But then on the other hand, he has an interview a couple of days later with Maria Bartiromo from Fox, and he's proud of his warp speed vaccine and that he did it in 4 months. So I really need somebody to talk to this man and say, hey, bro, you might want to rethink that, because the amount of fucking deaths and the diseases and the immunity system breakdown and all this other shit and the myocarditis, blah, 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 and the list goes on, of what this fucking shit is doing to people, it might bite you in the ass. And the people that are going to bring that up, if there's ever a debate, hopefully with whoever, Trump has to debate somebody. I know people are like, well, why should he? Well, because that's the American way. You got to stand
I know
up.
that first debate, that was a waste of time.
Oh yeah, that was just going to be
And
a
all
second.
all them candidates were kissing Mike Pence's ass.
No, that was a setup to take him down, and he wasn't going to jump in that setup. I get that.
First Christy talking about you was just damn funky when he was flirting.
Yeah, but the only people that I think, the people that are left over from that will be left over, is going to be DeSantis. It might be Christie, believe it or not. It won't be Haley. It won't be Scott. It won't be fucking, everybody else. Vivek will be there, but he's got to take on at least 2 or 3 people in the primary. If he doesn't have any more, no, it's not right. I'm gonna just say it. Fuck that. You got to go through a primary. That's the American way. That's what people have been doing for a long time. You got to go through your own party. You got to get vetted. You got to be questioned. I don't care how badass you are. Show them you can fucking do the job, right? Stand out in front, argue your point. But that's the point where they could come after him with the fucking vaccine data, the real data that's coming out. He could get hit hard, so he better fucking, like I'm telling you guys, I'm telling everybody, and if somebody out there from the Trump campaign ever listens, actually I'm going to try to contact these people. I'm going to make it a little mission for this next week to get in somebody high enough to say, hey, look, this guy's better start looking at these results, these data, this information's coming from this fucking warp speed vaccine that isn't looking good at all. It's looking terrible, as a matter of fact. And that's where he could get fucking hit. So he needs to be prepared for that, or he needs to figure out, or walk it back, or say, hey man, I did not know. Maybe he doesn't know. I just think people aren't telling him. Because that interview with Maria Bartolova, he sounded like nobody's told him anything. He didn't say anything negative. It's almost, it really seems he's extremely naive about that. And that could really bite him in the butt, because I just showed you 29,000 people in 2022 have died, right? And that's only 1% reporting. I've got up on the screen right now Steve Kirsch, who I've had conversations with in my chat on Gab, and his numbers are in the hundreds of thousands of people that have died from this thing, going and hitting millions pretty soon, right? And we're not just talking, we're talking low sperm counts, we're talking problems with menstrual cycles, we're talking, the clots, we're talking just all kinds of terrible data that's starting to build. And if he doesn't tackle this, it could bite him in the butt really bad. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to keep throwing that out there. So I'll let you know what these people say next week. I'm going to find out if somebody fucking can get in touch with this guy and say, hey, bro, take a look at this guy's data. It's pretty serious. He might put his head down and go, oh, fuck. Because maybe he doesn't know. Because it really didn't sound, when he was talking to Maria from Fox News, it really didn't sound like he had a fucking clue. He believes it saved lives. Like it totally saved lives. We've saved at least 100 million. We saved at least 100 million people from COVID with this, and he's like it probably got his chest out, it's just, it's not bad, it's not good. And Vivek or fucking JFK, RFK, Robert F. Kennedy, they'll throw that right in his face. And if he's not prepared, he'll get fucked. That's all I'm saying. That makes sense, right? Kind of, yeah, fucking totally does.
Yeah.
It really does.
I want this guy. The more he knows of the pulse that's happening to this country, the better he can help it. Vivek has that right now. Even though he's Mr. fucking Republican Obama, he's out there in the trenches talking to people left and right. The small communities, right? They're bringing up the vaccine. They're bringing up all kinds of shit. He's fielding all that stuff, Robert F. Kennedy's doing the same thing. Haley's not doing that shit. Pence ain't doing that shit. Christie kind of doing a little bit of that, But Trump, look, I know you're a big boy and I know you got a big following, but don't let it go to your head, bro, because it might bite you in the butt. That's the only problem.
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah. I just want him to. I'll find out. I know how to get in touch with these people. I know these people. I know his campaign manager and all this other stuff, and I'll find somebody at one of the offices, and I'll send them the information and show them what's going on, and then I say, you guys better get it to him. I'm telling you right now, because that's a big open wound that he doesn't even know he has, that somebody can fucking pour salt into. It could happen, and that could really mess him up. And I think his intentions are, he really wants to help. He's got Barron, he's got his family, he's got his kids. He's concerned about the strength of the country. I totally see that. I don't think this guy has. I don't think he has what these Democrats have. This little seed of evil that continues to grow inside of them. I don't see that with this guy at all. So it's just his naivete and his ego could take him down. That's the only thing. Yeah, Dr. Shiva hates him. Dr. Shiva hates everybody, but did somebody say that Dr. Shiva and Modi used to hang out together?
Somebody
Eric?
said that.
I saw like a photo of like Dr. Shiva and Modi.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, because I think that right, isn't Dr. Shiva from India?
Yeah, they're from India, and I get their. Oh, there it is. Shit, there is. This is 9 years ago. Oh yeah. Right there. I'm gonna. Can you guys see it? Oh, hold on. I got it up right now. Oh my god. Now, 9 years ago is a lot. So, look, Vivek brought up a very important point. Look, the guy hasn't gotten to me yet. I'm just saying he's very well versed. He says, and this is his biggest excuse, which makes sense for a lot of people. In real time, when they're getting their information from these so-called scientists, professionals, and these compromised FBI security agents in regards to war and intel, right? They don't know they're being played. Many of them don't even know it, right? A lot of these, politicians go by what they're given. And a lot of that stuff, he said, we had to find out for ourselves wasn't true, wasn't accurate, wasn't correct. So that could be the case with Shiva and Modi. He didn't probably may have not have known how severe this guy is with Muslims and other people that he wants to kill. He literally has this genocidal thing going. It's pretty bad. But the point is if Trump is going to be anything, he better if he's got these yes men around, these people may not be on our side, guys. If you know what I'm saying.
I already know.
He may trust them, right? But maybe
He's around.
Huh?
He would potentially actually surround himself with saboteurs this time around.
No, that last time he did for sure. There were everybody went after him. Like half of the people that he thought he could trust turned around and stabbed him in the back, left and right. I think this time he has more people, but I think at the same time a lot of these people aren't on the ground really finding out what's going on besides mainstream media, which I don't think he's that naive. I just think that it's who he's surrounding himself with. Like I said, it's the fucking Mike Tyson, Michael Jackson syndrome. You know, just a bunch of yes men around you. Oh yeah, you're right about that. Oh yeah, keep supporting it. Oh, you're good to go. Yeah, we got you. Right? That's all they need to do is start talking about the numbers I was just talking about, and they're worse than that. You guys know who Steve Kirsch is. I've talked to him. You can see my chats right here. I've been talking to this guy on several occasions, telling me, giving me numbers. He's been on Jimmy Dore. He's been on with Dr. Drew. He's been on many different. I think he's even been on Fox recently. But the thing is this is a genocidal bioweapon, and it needs to be removed. And if this guy's going to keep pushing this shit, I don't want anything to do with him. I'm just going to say it, right? Because he'll do it. If he did it once, he'll do it again, right? If he doesn't know and he's still in the dark with this shit, right? Which is kind of weird, because remember, Cheryl, when he came out, what a coincidence. He goes, what a coincidence that the new flu is coming out just when it's election time, which is something he kind of mentioned.
Because that's what they used last time, COVID.
Well, yeah, he knows that.
Yeah.
But, so what I'm saying is, with him saying that, and I put this together as soon as he said it, I go, this fucker knows. He can't not know. I think what you're saying, and I think I'm crossing my fingers on this, is he's playing the field, saying what he's got to say until he gets it.
Yeah, he's playing chess.
He's playing 3D
They playing
chess.
checkers.
He's playing, they're playing, checkers. He's playing 3D chess. He's playing spot chess for sure, I hope. I just don't. If I talk to somebody and they say, "Don't worry, we got it," then I'm good, because somebody's going to tell me that. I'm going to get up high enough to say, "Hey, just letting you guys know, I'm all in. I'm with you." But I'm just saying, they can bite him in the butt on this thing, because don't worry, we got that. If somebody says we got that covered, then that means they already know. Because I'm getting the feeling like somebody's going to say that to me. No, we know.
I think he knows, because Soros is scared. A lot of them scared now. And now he's trying to think of getting rid of Biden before 2024, putting up somebody else.
Yeah.
They're scared.
They're
scared.
They're in panic mode.
Yep.
This whole thing is in panic.
Yep.
Yeah, this whole thing.
They're going to do something else stupid. Another false flag. So I had people cracking up at work. I'm like, did you remember they said that Canadian, the smoke and the smell of the fire was coming here? Well, Camden County and several other Jersey forests have been on fire. They didn't give us no health alert saying anything was over here.
Nothing.
And they next door.
Man, that color of sky, what was going on? I've never seen
Yeah,
that
because we didn't get that from Jersey. Jersey's our next door neighbor.
Man, I seen fires.
They had a lot of fires.
I seen fires in California. I'm telling you, a bunch of times because it's super dry in California. You can take a piss and start a fucking fire in California. I'm telling you. Right? But the thing is that smoke, it's not a red. It's a brown. It's a smoke brown.
Yeah.
Right?
They got some kind of chemical in there.
Something. When I saw that, and I saw the videos of it, and I saw pictures of it, and then somebody was saying this hasn't been enhanced or the color hasn't been edited. This is the actual. It's almost like a pink. It was almost like a pink reddish color. It was the weirdest thing I ever seen. Anyway, that wasn't right. That wasn't right at all. There was something wrong with that.
Trying to put that fear out on people because they know a lot of people still out here will fall for that shit, especially the ones still manning the mask.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna quadruple and up on their faces.
Yeah, there's people out
Not
there.
knowing they're losing their oxygen.
Yeah, I posted some guy in Facebook that, okay, I have two Facebooks. One Facebook has about 4,000 friends plus, and then my other one is the one I made just in case I lose the first one. And my other one has like 300 something friends that are, serious, they're building seven knowing type people in this one, in my smaller one. But a lot of the people that I know in the bigger one, with the bigger amount of people, there's a lot of Dumbo cants and Covidians in there and demon crants. And there's a bunch of those people had that circle around it that said, I got my COVID vaccine. And now they got people with, I'm wearing my mask again, yay. And I took a picture of this motherfucker and posted it on Twitter. And he's with a group of freaking people. And I posted it, and I'm just like, I can't believe these fucking people are fucking at it again. Again, right here. I got it. Let me. Oh wait, it's not on it. I got it again. This guy right here, Robert Allen, 8 mutual friends, on my other account, right, for Facebook. He's got his mask on, with his other friends in the background, wearing their masks, and they're in fucking, guess where? California. It's so stupid. Fuck. It's just, the stupidity is just overwhelming at this point. It's just fucking overwhelming.
The clown show.
Yeah, so fucked up.
It is a real clown show.
COVIDiots. Alright, it's getting late. You guys good? Everybody good?
Oh, we're all good.
Alright, it was good talking with you.
Thank you again, James, and thank you again, everyone.
It's
For
my
all.
pleasure.
Thank you,
Listen,
guys.
listen, last week's show or yesterday's show is already up, I believe, on Odyssey. So all these, usually I open forums, so a little more pushing the limits like I always tell you guys. And
Hey,
they'll
James, why you don't go on Odyssey Live? You know you could do live over there.
I know. I'm too lazy to figure it out, to be honest with you.
Oh.
I'll figure it out. I've been on Rumble, but I should do Odyssey Live. No, you're correct. You know what? Okay, that's goal number 2. Goal number 1, get in touch with Trump campaign. Goal number 2, fix up my Odyssey Live, get that going. Goal number 3, my hours changed. I got 3-day weekend now. Anyway, that's cool, huh?
Yeah, that's cool. That's nice.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I work the weekend.
The thing, I work the weekend, but the thing is I think everybody should have 3-day weekends. I think that should just be the way it works, right? What is wrong with that, right? I mean, whether you work 2 8s and 2 12s, or you work all 10s, however you want to fucking do it, You know what I'm saying? I mean, at least give people that option. I think that should be the way. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. Love y'all. Take care. Aloha.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Take care.
Good
Stay
seeing you,
safe.
Jordan.
Have a good
Yeah.
one.
Take care. Take care,
Bye.
man.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.